Hey everyone, welcome back to iCube Tutorials. In this module, we will be learning about profit, loss, and discount. This is a topic with which we are very much familiar with, as we practice this in our day-to-day transactions. So I have divided this topic into three parts. Let's start with part 1. Before we start, let's try to understand the very basic concept of profit and loss with this question. If Mr. X buys a pen at rupees 100 and sells it at rupees 200, and again buys it at rupees 300 and sells it at rupees 400, what is the profit amount that he gains? There are two transactions, once purchase sell, again sell. So what is the total profit? Before solving this, we should understand the basic concept of profit or loss. So profit or loss occurs only when a product is sold. Hence profit amount is to be calculated only in the transactions of selling. So whenever you sell a product, then only you incur a profit or loss. You do not incur a profit or loss in a transaction where you purchase. So this is you should remember by heart that profit or loss occurs only in the transactions of selling. So in our first transaction of selling, the sales means 200 it was sold, 100 it was purchased. So profit is 200 minus 100. And in the second transaction again 400 it was the selling price, and 300 at which it was purchased. So 400 minus 300 is again 100. So total profit is 100 plus 100 is 200. Okay, so remember that profit or loss occurs only when a product is sold. So we'll start with these few definitions. Cost price, the price at which something is purchased in a transaction, that is the price at which you buy. Selling price, the price at which something is sold in a transaction, that is the price at which you sell. And profit or loss, this is the difference between selling price and cost price. Means the price at which you sell and the price at which you purchase. So if the price at which you sell is more, then obviously this will be positive and you gain something, that means you incur a profit. If the price at which you sell is less than in your purchase price, that is this value will come out to be negative and you are at a loss. Okay, let's understand these things in terms of percentage. So profit or loss percentage, this is the profit or loss incurred as a percentage of cost price, means how much profit or loss happened in terms of the cost price, how much you gain or you lose in terms of your purchasing price. Okay, there is also another concept of margin percentage. In many questions of CAT, GMAT, XAT and other entrance exams, directly profit percentage is not given, margin percentage is given. Margin is generally defined in case of profit. So what is this? This is nothing but that same profit or loss, or the profit in terms of the selling price. Profit in terms of cost price is profit percentage, profit in terms of selling price is margin percentage. Now there is a relation between cost price and selling price, so there must be a relation between profit percentage and margin percentage. Let's see how. So this figure you can recall from the concept of change of base, which we have learnt in our module of percentage 2, that cost price, this is increased by profit to reach selling price. Again, selling price can be reduced by the profit to reach to cost price. So you increase by profit percentage, you reach selling price. You reduce by margin percentage, you reach cost price. So once the base is cost price and once the base is selling price, the difference between them is the profit amount. Okay, so this is profit percentage and this is margin percentage in terms of selling price, profit percentage in terms of cost price. What is the relation between them? So this is the relation. This formula we have learned in concept of change of base. So if profit percentage is given to be R%, then margin is in terms of selling price, profit was in terms of cost price. So when you calculate margin, your base will increase. Base increase means R by 100 plus R into 100%. Similarly, it can be given that margin is your R%, then what is profit percent? So margin means margin in terms of selling price. You need to find out this profit in terms of cost price. So your base will reduce. Base will reduce means R by 100 minus R. Base reduces 100 minus R. Base increases 100 plus R. So this is the relation between profit and margin directly. So questions will be given where there will be profit percentage is not given. Rather, it is given that the seller incurs a 20% margin. There is a margin of 20%. So you see this question that cost price is given, profit, selling price, the margin is given 20%. What will be the profit percentage? So 20% is in terms of selling price, same value in terms of cost price means you need to reduce the base, means 20 by 100 minus 20. So profit percentage will be 20 by 100 minus 20 into 100. That is 1 by 4 into 100, 25%. So this 20% is margin is 25% profit. Okay, 20% margin is equal to 25% profit. So you should remember this relation. Many a times questions can be given directly in terms of margin. So you need to find out the profit, or answer can be given profit you have come, but the options can be given in terms of margin. So you must know these relations. Now let's solve few questions. That is, the cost price of 5 pence is equal to the selling price of 4 pence. Find the profit or loss percentage. What you do in these type of problems, if the selling price is given a 4 pence, you sell 4 pence and go to the basics. Sell 4 pence and go to the basics. Okay. So for focus on this selling price, given that cost price of 5 pence is selling price of 4 pence. So you are selling 4 pence. So what will be profit? Selling price, the transaction is on 4 pence, so selling price of 4 pence minus cost price of 4 pence by cost price of 4 pence. So selling price of 4 pence, this expression, selling price of 4 pence means it is given that selling price of 4 pence is cost price of 5 pence. So you replace selling price of 4 pence by cost price of 5 pence. Cost price of 5 pence minus cost price of 4 pence divided by cost price of 4 pence. 5 minus 4 is 1, 1 by 4 is 25%. See, these many things are written to make you understand, but you don't need to write these many things. Once you understand, you can directly do this. 5 minus 4, 1, 1 by 4 you sell 4 pence, so 1 by 4 is 25%. Okay, let's see the next question. That is, Mr. X sells 50 pencils and gains the selling price of 10 pencils. So here is the relation bit given between the selling price, means 50 pencil sells, and the selling price, the profit in terms of the selling prices of 10 pencils. In the previous question, the relation was cost price and selling price. In this, the relation is selling price and the profit in terms of selling price. So what is his profit percentage? So again, we'll try to hit the basics and solve this question. Okay, so let the selling price of each pen be S. We take the selling price as S, then profit is 10S because it is given the selling price of 10 pencils. Profit is the selling price of 10 pencils. So selling price is 10S. Cost price is selling price minus profit, because profit is selling price minus cost price. Now, so cost price is selling price minus profit. So selling price of 50 pencils will be, means cost price of 50 pence will be selling price of 50 pence minus profit on 50 pence. Okay, so what is your selling price of 50 pence? Selling price of 50 pence is 50s, because selling price of 1 pence you have taken, pen you have taken S. So selling price of 50 pence will be 50s, and profit on 50 pence is 10s. So 50s minus 10s is 40s. So this is the cost price of those 50 pence. The profit you earned in between, means the profit you earned is 10s. So 10s profit, cost price is 40s. So what will be profit percentage? 10s by 40s into 100 is 25 percentage. This is also from the basics. Next question. Two pens are sold at the same selling price, one at a profit of X% and the other at a loss of X%. Find the overall profit or loss percentage. So selling price is same, profit or loss percentage is same. What will be the overall profit or loss percentage? So you must remember this thing: when selling price is same and profit and loss percentage is same, then the seller is always at a loss of X square by 100%. So there will always be a loss of X square by 100%, but the conditions are selling price should be same and profit and loss percentage should be same. So from where we have got this, let's try to derive this. In this derivation, don't go by the length of the derivation. If you solve, you will also understand, and it will help you to solve many other questions. So let the selling price of each pen be A. So selling price is A, profit and loss percentage given to be X%. Now you need to find out the cost price of the two pens, one in which there was profit, one which in which there you have incurred loss. So you know that if it is given that 20 percentage profit, 20 percentage profit means you multiply 1.2 to the cost price to get the selling price, that is 1 plus 20 by 100 into cost price to get the selling price. So in this also you'll do the same thing: 1 plus x by 100 into cost price of the pen in which profit occurs is equal to the selling price. Similarly, 20% loss, you incur 20% loss means you multiply 1 minus 20 by 100, That means 0.8, 1 minus zero point 0.2 is 0.8 to the cost price to reach the selling price. Similarly, we have done in this thing also, 1 minus x by 100 into cost price of the pen in which loss occurs is equal to the selling price. So cost price of the pen in which profit occurs is a by 1 plus x by 100, and cost price of the pen in which loss occurs is a by 1 minus x by 100. 1 plus x by 100 is more than 1. That means cost price is less than the selling price. Cost price less than selling price means profit occurs. 1 minus means, sorry, here 1 plus x by 100 was more than 1, so overall will be less, and cost price will be less than the selling price. In this 1 minus x by 100, 1 minus x by 100 is less than 1. So if it is less than 1, your entire this cost price will be more than the selling price. Cost price is more than selling price means you incur a loss. So you understand till here? So total cost price will be sum of these two cost prices, that is a by 1 plus x by 100 plus a by 1 minus x by 100. This equal to denominator a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square, so it will be 2a by 1 minus x square by 100 square. So selling price of both the pens, this we have got cost price of both the pens. We know the selling price of both pens is 2a because we had assumed it to be a for one pen. So profit on loss will be simply selling price minus cost price. Selling price is 2a minus cost price is 2a by 1 minus x square by 100 square from this. So in this 2a into 1 minus 2a will get cancelled. What will be left with? Minus 2a into x square by 100 square by 1 minus x square by 100 square. This is coming out to be minus. That's why we told that the seller is always at a loss, because it is coming out to be minus, it is a loss. So the seller is always at a loss of x square by 100%. So this is the loss amount, this is the cost price of both the pens. So what will be loss percentage? Loss amount by cost price into 100. Loss amount is, I have written down the loss amount divided by the cost price. Cost price is 2a by 1 minus x square by 100 square. This we have taken it to be upwards. So this loss by cost price, 1 minus x square by 100 square, and this gets cancelled. 2a and 2a gets cancelled, we are left, and 100 square and 100 gets cancelled, we are left with minus x square by 100 percentage. So the loss percentage is minus x square by 100 percentage. So you remember, when selling price is same, profit and loss percentage is same, seller is always at a loss of x square by 100 percentage. So this is the question. Two pens are sold at the same selling price, one at a profit of 10% and the other at a loss of 10%. Find the overall profit or loss percentage. So when selling price is same and profit and loss percentage is same, you know that it's the loss is x square by 100%. X is given out to be 10, so it will be 10 into 10 by 100, that is 1%. So the seller in this case is at a loss of 1%. So that's it in this module. In the next module, we'll be learning about markup and discount. So thank you for watching.